Hi, Michael. I'm taking a look here at your work and an idea for you. Try planting the feet on ground more firmly and maybe ask yourself, do feet always seem large enough? I'm looking at your drawing of the arm musculature and skeleton. It seems as though you were working with ebony pencil, and when you do that with a raw drawing, try using heavier paper. Also, one last thought is periodically step back from your work to take a look at the overall proportions and how things are coming together. This is a nice assortment. Hi, Sharon. I'm taking a look at your works. My impression is that you've been drawing carefully, which is lovely. There's a sensitivity there. I want to encourage you to let go of edges. With your geometric figures, they could be more blocky, that's more squarish, more boxy. And I would love to see you loosen up generally. In the case of the arm, maybe in the skeleton, the fingers appear to have the best length. An idea for you and everyone is to actually label muscles. Hi, Diana here. I can see you have a good feel for a lifelike sway in your figures. I want you to think that these stick figures should be an approximation of the skeleton. Take a little more care there. Intuit the whereabouts of the skeleton within the skin. This is going to be an important preliminary phase for life drawings made in future. Let's see, with the arm, check the arrangement with the massive bones in the body of the hand. That part seems as though it could use a little adjustment or simply more understanding. Okay, Ellen, there's a nice live quality to these, a living, breathing kind of feel. While I think the man has a short torso, perhaps the woman's torso is too long. With your stick figures, there's a certain feel for gravity there, and that's something you can push even more. Think like these aren't light figures, they have the body mass and weight of an ordinary human, and feeling that kind of weight will help in making drawings generally. With your arms, I'd say work on hands. It seems like the skeleton's hand is too small, and maybe the muscled arm's hand is a little too rubbery. Hi, Aaron. We talked earlier on about relinquishing edges. Try to consider mass more. Here I'm thinking about your standing male and female figures, the first assignment. With the geometric figures, I'd like to see you work more with dimensional geometry, boxy forms, along the lines of what you saw in an image by Cambiasso that was attached to an email I sent. I also put in some feedback. I think it was to you. I want to say thanks for making some more works with regard to the second assignment. Now, I'm looking at your arms, and here I'd say try to get the scale of your work, the size of the paper, and the medium that you're working with to cooperate. You want to have the right size of paper for the medium you're drawing with, and that'll give you more control. Think like drawing is an athletic activity. You may even like to warm up by scribbling or working vigorously before you start. Mike, in your standing figures, there's a nice feel for roundness of musculature. With your stick figures, the file came through as a bitmap, and it's kind of hard to see what's going on there. I think you are getting somewhere with the geometric drawings. I'd say try drawing on a larger scale with projects like that. Well, you can get more than one on the page. Getting several on the page sometimes cramps your style. Let's see. With regard to the arm, I'd say maybe you could draw on a larger scale, or permit the mark size to better match your paper size. Okay, taking a look at Sarah's, you know, I talked before about the idea of investing time in your work. There's certainly a strong feeling in those standing figures, but look at what you're able to accomplish with the arm drawings. They're really lovely. There's a real sense of working the page in some of the stick and geometric figures, but I also want to encourage you to check proportions. Torsos seem long in some of those, and I want you to be looking and also not too hasty. Okay, here I'm taking a look at Ryan's work. Ryan, these photos all have the wrong date. Can you reset your camera so that we know that you're presenting work that's been made in the context of our class? Okay, now relinquish edges a little in favor of mass. That'll help you with projects like the standing figures, the first assignment. So think of the mass or the bulk of the form more than its edge. Those stick figures or geometric ones need to be created a little more in response to the appearance of the figure. Here they look cartoonish or toy-like. I want you to look and interpret the whereabouts of a simplified skeleton within the figure. Don't redo this work, but instead bear that in mind in future. Your arms look okay. I suggest you try loosening up a little. Hi, Olivia. These are ambitious works, but I want you to move away from what you know about how the figure should look and instead respond to what you see. Use sighting as is described in our textbook. Compare the sway of a leg to a vertical, for instance. With your stick figures, you should have proportions more akin to a skeleton. You're getting there. Use your eye to analyze appearances. Look to that artist Cambiaso. I sent you an image of his work earlier. With a muscled arm, I want you to ask yourself, which way does the elbow bend? This is a sighting matter. Hi, Robert. Looking at your standing figures, I see you have a sensitivity to the swaying aspect of the pose. Something about these drawings feels like whispering. Let's see, about the stick figures and geometric ones, well, I'd say draw bigger. You don't need to put so many on a page. With your arm muscles, why not label them? That seems to be a pursuit worth engaging in, and try more than one view, perhaps. This is something everybody can think of. Take a look at the Michelangelo drawing at top here. Maybe less bulk at the elbow.